Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever.
You didn't pause.
Of course I didn't. Podcast from Valhallacon for Nerds of the Apocalypse 2014. What? Super excited to be here. I got, of course, I'm Showtime. I got with me on my right
Stevie B.
And on my left
Drex.
This is now Showtime and his podcasting friends.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding.
Sure as hell not Stevie B.
Don't be gel. You get so gel all the time. It's okay to be gel. We
His hair. Look at it. It's just like all the spikes going on up here.
I started doing that. I got out of the military for rebellious factor.
When we were walking in, he was like, "My hair smells so." What did you say? Like
it smells like rainbows and dreams because I used his daughter's shampoo this morning because I forgot.
You slept in my house like I forgot my shampoo. I used your 4-year-old's, which I think might be bubblegum flavor.
I don't know. Flavored?
Scented.
I should have ate it.
I don't need
flavored.
I don't know.
Sounds scrumptious.
It smells pretty.
You want Cinnamon Toast Crunch? No, I got the shampoo over here. This is delicious.
Okay, so
how are we enjoying Valhallacon, even though it's day 2, last day?
Well,
I got that.
He got Showtime got an injury.
I LARPed too hard yesterday.
We LARPed, and I don't know if it's not. What was it called again? What was it called? Dagger here. Yeah, it's not. It's LARPing without magic. So essentially,
we have a worse cameraman right now. I'm sorry.
Foam. You want to switch places?
No, because you guys missed me.
Okay, no, we won't. I'm just kidding.
Let me go ahead and pack up the equipment.
And so it's foam swords and like axes and stuff, like made with PVC pipe. Yeah. And you just like beat each other with them. And like if you get hit in the arm, your arm's gone. You got to put your arm behind your back.
Two lost limbs to death.
Yeah, if you get hit in the abdomen, you're dead. And so we essentially, the whole time it was essentially like 5 people here, and me and Showtime just like eye to eye. And I had this huge shield, and I kept ridiculously banging my sword in the shield. And like, and every time he'd just be like, and I'd be dead.
He had this shield. I can name it after the show. I should keep it G-rated. But he had this shield that just like he could block and then go like that and get you with it.
It had like a sword at the end, so you could pop it up.
Saw it and how it acted
when I popped it up.
It almost got me in the face when I was like, "Whoa!" Flashbacks. No, I'm just kidding.
For all you Navy personnel.
And our NotA protege, Trey.
Yeah.
So Trey, come on, Trey. Well, don't kick the. Come on. Yeah. Just go. Oh, you're gonna take the long way? We only have this room for like a half hour, and you're gonna go the long way.
That's true. This would be the shordest podcast ever.
Yeah. We sat down yesterday, and he's like, what did you say yesterday? Oh, he's walking away because he knows what I'm telling. He sat down, and I looked down, and he's got a hole from the crotch of his shorts all the way down to pretty much the leg. And he's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was like, we just got here. We're not going home. Like, you better buy a shirt and, like, wrap it around the front. Luckily, Showtime had a pair of shorts.
I don't know why. I was wearing shorts. I don't know why I brought long pants. I was like, if we're going to do the podcast, I'm going to be professional. I'll wear long pants. Well, it turns out the NotA guys were looking out for him. And I gave him my pants, everyone.
The pants off his butt?
Pants off my bottom.
There you go.
There's that for charity.
So, and then
we have, I'll tell this one, because it's my shame and my badge of honor at the same time.
Your fault.
So there are different weighted weapons, and so this guy had a great sword. He saw it, and it's pretty heavy. It's not too heavy, but anyway, that breaks shields. And so what I decided to do was use my little billy club and go in and like try and roll under him and like get him. Way too serious. I should have been down at like a 4. I was at probably an 11, and so I rolled.
On concrete.
Injured my knee. When I stopped, my legs were open in what yoga calls the happy baby pose. This sword, me and the guy made eye contact, and he was like, oh no, and I was like, no! bam, got LARPed right in the ding dong. And that is an instant kill. If anyone doesn't know, you lose 3 limbs there.
You're actually not allowed to play anymore that day. Like
I rolled over. The sword was like in there. I was like, oh no! Why?
It's funny you tell that story because we learned the rules, and one of the last things the guy said was, no testicle shots. That's what he said.
No crimes.
And the first time him and I come face to face with each other, see, there he goes. The first time him and I come face to face with each other, I get hit by him, and he hits me in the abdomen. So I'm trying to walk away, and for some reason he thought coming up and hitting me in the junk was like the next best move.
Listen, when you're LARPing hardcore like I hit you in the arm, and then you were like turning, and I was trying to get your leg too. You just happened to angle your other sword at me, and I made contact. A couple times. I was kind of like,
I was like, this disqualify. I'm still alive. But then the round was over.
We got videos. Don't worry, you'll see them.
Oh yes.
I keep trying to send them as text messages, but it's too much for my phone, I guess. But yeah, there will be videos for that.
He was watching them last night at the house. He was laying down, and he just. We're doing the Nerds of the Apocalypse podcast.
So this is a live podcast right now.
Yes, that I like.
Well, in front of people.
As long as you don't open fire, you're more than welcome.
That's typically a rule in most places.
In case you can't see it because it's off camera, there's a giant fox.
You want to? We're filming it. If you want to jump in the camera.
He's Foxhound from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh no, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's gonna get the question that we need to ask right now. The most important question of the day is what, in fact, does the fox say?
Yes, let us know.
Oh, see, now I'm embarrassed because you call him a fox.
Stand
and
by.
He's not a fox.
Wait a second. Let's talk about what's even more important right now. His mouth just moved.
That was pretty legit.
Legit. Normally, I don't think
a wolf.
Are you a wolf?
I don't know my canines.
Oh.
So
he's an Arctic wolf.
So thank you.
Yes, that's awesome. His mouth moves, everybody.
I'm freaking out. His mouth is moving.
I don't even know what he just said.
You can't even.
It just looks so awesome.
Is the question now that what does the wolf say?
Yeah, what is the? I don't know. Woof. Yeah.
Anticlimactic as always.
Okay.
All right, so the topic for our panel today.
Wait. Can you drink with that on? Oh.
No way.
Camera. Or not. That's a little disturbing, but I got it.
This is evolution at work.
Yay.
His name's Charger.
I'm drinking with that guy tonight.
Awesome.
All right. Did anybody bring tequila? Because I'd like to see that.
What, you already have worms?
I don't get it.
Tequila has worms in it.
Oh, no.
My bad.
How many bottles of tequila have you bought with worms in it?
I'm pretty
honestly,
sure those get
do you
sent
go to
back.
like the Kroger liquor store and look in the bottom of the bottle of tequila and there's worms?
I'd like to file a complaint, sir. There are
Shenanigans?
there are no worms in bottles,
Yes.
any of these tequila bottles.
Well, not here in America because it's illegal.
Oh wow! I was getting serious.
Oh, no, God.
Yeah.
Johnny Law over there.
No, the drunk. It was a rough night.
Okay, so the topic of the day was con stories. In case we didn't say that, we didn't say that. Did we?
No, we did not.
No, we did
I
not.
was
Okay.
going into it.
So yeah, well, we had just had a con story where you got LARPed in the area.
And we had Johnny Tripod over there grip his pants.
I mean, there's one really, really funny con story that we like to tell when we went to Heroes Con. Speaking of your junk.
My junk always gets brought up.
I know, that's how it goes. You want to tell it or should I tell it?
You can tell it.
Okay. Well, while it was at Heroes Con. And we'll start by telling something we saw that kind of goes with the story. There was an Aquaman at Heroes Con.
Oh, God.
And the Aquaman was in full tights. It's a really good old school Aquaman costume, except he was not wearing a dancer's belt. And I don't know if you know what happens when someone wears spandex without a dancer's belt.
Well, let's ask the expert. What happens when you wear a costume, wear spandex without a dancer's belt?
Or one that doesn't fit right. Your stuff shows. Essentially, he had 2 staffs with him.
It's the full Monty walking around the convention floor, and that's the first thing you can't miss it. You just get
bright green.
That shouldn't be there.
So Showtime has a Green Lantern costume that he has, and it's full spandex to the point where like he can't eat. To go to the bathroom, he has to unzip his back and take it off. And
no, the Green Lantern one has a zip in front. So.
Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. Well, that's.
I imagine you just lift your leg up, right? Oh, yeah. Imagine how an actual wolf feels.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So we were walking up to the con. I was wearing my costume, and I hear behind me just like Steve and Eric just giggling the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Steve and who?
Eric. Well,
oh yeah, that's right. Eric was with us that year. That's our buddy Eric.
So I'm like, what are they laughing at? And then Steve goes, "We can see your dancer's belt." And a dancer's belt is essentially a thong for men. That's the only way to describe it. It's
yes,
and then up the bottom.
It stops that bulge from showing in spandex.
Yeah.
And you generally can't see it unless you're walking into Heroes Con at 10 a.m. and the sun is beaming on your rear end. And he was walking up with another one of these castmates, I guess, shows up sometimes, Shadow, and he was dressed like the Joker. So the two of them are like joking around, like walking hand in hand, and we just see this like
white bum green,
and it was just like
white, finely toned bum.
It was.
He does work out.
It was amazing.
Now
it was amazing.
Prior
that better?
to this story, I had just come from Heroes Con. Not Heroes Con, Denver Comic Convention, and as I was walking from my car to the door, I heard somebody say, "Look at that guy. He's wearing a thong." And I was like, that guy's a loser, whoever that is. That guy can't be cool at all.
What a D-bag.
This story happens. I'm like, oh my God, it was me. I made fun of myself.
I was the one.
I was so sort of like, I'll never wear an actual thong. I'm sitting there basically wearing a thong. And I was like, that guy's a loser. And then
I actually believe that before that trip, you're staying at my house. I'm pretty sure there's a picture out there on Facebook with.
I don't know if it's on Facebook. I know it's on my phone.
No, it's on. I think it's on Facebook with the dancer's belt
on his face.
Oh yeah, on your face. It's on Facebook.
It was washed. It was washed. Is the only reason he put it on, and I didn't know it. I was going through my clothes or something like that. I turned around. He's like, "Hey, Steven, look," and I'm like, I have to wear that tomorrow. Now your face is on it.
And I believe the caption was, I can't remember. There was some from Dark Knight Rises because I look just like.
Oh, he looked
like Bane.
It was amazing. That's funny, man. You guys go to a lot of conventions? Third con. We had friends. We had friends meet us after like that night, and they wanted to like go out and party, and that's essentially what you do. But the problem is that you don't realize how tired you're getting in the convention, and then we get back to the hotel, and you're like you're just like,
why did you just?
It's over. They're like, let's go party, and we're like.
Ben was already passed out. Our buddy Shadow was gone.
You don't want to do anything, and I felt really bad. But I was just like, I can't move. I
think if you go back into the room and you touch the bed, is when you get the itis, and then you just have to go to sleep. So if you ever don't go back to your room, just go out in costume, which would be sweet anyway. I think it'll be pretty fun.
Yeah.
But man, there was a drink and draw. We were all just like, screw it, we're going to sleep. Like Robert Menditti was down there. He was right with the Green Lantern, and then the artists were there and all that. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. No, thanks.
That I remember meeting Robert. Do you know who Robert Venditti is? He currently writes Green Lantern
And the Flash.
Yeah,
And
the
Exo
Flash.
Manowar.
And it's when it just happened. Like they had just moved over, and we did an interview with him, and the camera did not pick up any sound, and we were so sad.
Yeah. It was.
It's now. I now have better equipment to remedy that, but yeah, it was our first con really going in as Nerds of the Apocalypse doing interviews. We only had
My first interview.
Yeah, it was. We now have a better camera because now I actually bought a new one, but it was my old camera, and we didn't have. We had the microphones, but they weren't really picking up. We were really heavily relying on the camera, and it was just a whole big. People were walking in front of it too. It was just a whole big thing.
Oh yeah. Oh man. So let's talk about what happened at the South Carolina Toy and Comic Convention, where we were trying to get a video with what was it, the Godzilla guy,
Oh yeah.
and a previous associate of ours,
We don't want to drop any names.
decided that it would be completely professional and okay to look back, recognize, identify where the camera was, and start inching over in front of it.
Scoot.
It's like, what are you doing? It's like, we know you're doing it on purpose. You look back to see where it was, and you didn't go the other way.
That's a funny convention story because these guys made fun of me. It's just a small one day at the Jamil Temple. They do a toy and comic show. And it's a lot of fun. That's my catchphrase, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
But
But it makes sense in that.
someone we had no idea who it was came up to us, and they were like, "Hey, Stevie B, I love your stuff, man. I love all you guys. I love the stuff you do every week at Punk Monk and your
And
podcast."
he started crying.
I couldn't help it. And these
That's exactly what I did.
and these a-holes just were relentless.
Need a tissue there, buddy?
And
It was.
I was
The film.
yes, the feels.
I
And-
get it though. Now I'm like, it happened to me later. I was in the USC bookstore of all freaking places, right? And I was buying a book. Like, you look familiar. I was like, that's impossible. I just got back from Colorado, and they're like, "Are you on a podcast?" I was like, "Yes." Nerds of the Apocalypse. Like, oh my god, I watched that. I was like, oh my god, Stevie B. I called him instantly. I was like, I'm about to cry.
I know those feels.
It was,
I know those feels, bro.
so, I get it.
So I have to. One of my favorite con stories, also one of my most embarrassing, is my
like
first
this?
con I ever went to, which it really shouldn't have been, was the New York Comic Con back in 2011. I mean, it's not even a con; it's an entertainment show. It's an entertainment expo, and I got an interview with a whole bunch of cool developers. But the one interview I tried to go up for was Claudio Sanchez, the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria.
Oh, shout out.
Oh yeah, and he's one of my favorite artists, and he's also a writer and artist for Evil Inc.'s comics, and he has his own little comic books and ties into the music that he does.
Yeah, but so, yeah.
And he was there, hair all out and everything, and I at least shook his hand, got an autograph, and said, "I love your music and everything." And I went to his PR manager, Blaze, and like, "Hey, can I do an interview for him? Because he did the soundtrack. He did a soundtrack song for Dark Knight. What was the second one?
The Dark Knight. No, it was
The game. Arkham. It's the Arkham.
Arkham City.
Arkham City, yeah, he did the soundtrack for Arkham City, so I wanted to do an interview to see his inspiration behind everything. And he was like, "Well, you got a business card?" No. "Okay, so what is this for?" For a YouTube channel. And Blaze was very nice, but I mean, I got shut down.
Yeah.
But I mean, I walked away knowing that, okay, this is my first con, first time really going for my YouTube channel to do stuff, and I need to do better.
So he recruited us. I was kidding.
Speaking.
Yeah, I do have a business card. It's all in the car.
Speaking of Trex needing to do better, I have a funny con story. Okay, so there's a lot of cool people at the convention, and one year we went. It was Heroes Con again, and Scotty Young was there. Do you know who Scotty Young is?
Scotty Young does the variants for Marvel, for those Marvel baby variants.
If you see him all over the place, like he draws.
He's also the writer and artist for the Rocket Raccoon run going on right now. That just started.
So we're in line, and Trex was next, and I'm just standing there. He bought all of them. He literally had every Scotty Young variant.
All
There's like
32
30
at the time.
And he's
first.
next, and all of a sudden he's just standing there, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, what's? And all of a sudden the books like start shaking, and I'm like, are you afraid to? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm not like you, Stevie B. I love the guy, and I can't. And I was like, do you want me to get him signed for you? He goes, yes. And so I took his Scotty Young variants while he stood behind me and got them all signed for him. and then I bought a baby Hulk. He had like these big prints, and it was like a baby Hulk destroying toys. And so I took that home for my daughter. And
you know what works out pretty well is that if you ever get a chance to, or the privilege to hear CVB type on anything, like his phone or his keyboard,
it's pretty much like this.
I call him Wreck-It Ralph now.
I was on my computer. It was like yesterday. You're like, take it easy, Wreck-It Ralph. I died. Exactly.
Exactly.
I can totally rock Wreck-It Ralph.
Could. See,
I'll be Wreck-It Ralph and you be the little girl.
No thanks.
Penelope? Yeah, you
I'm
can
not Penelope. I'm gonna be.
you can be.
I'll be the lollipop king.
You can be Fix-It Felix.
I could do that. I could totally actually pull that character off too.
Let's do it. And then last year we went, and there was a gigantic line. I was like, who is this line for? Because you go, and it was a pretty big line for Fraction when Matt Fraction was there. But this line was like, there was a line before the line. There was like a line to get to the line. And I was like, what is this? And they were like, Kevin Eastman. And I was like, Kevin Eastman? The guy who invented the Ninja Turtles?
Everyone's like wearing Ninja Turtle shirts. I don't know how I didn't put the two and two together, but
and yeah. And I was like, and so then I was like, well, I was only there for one day because our high school reunion was that weekend, so it kind of interfered with going to HeroesCon. But so then my goal, so now I have nothing to sign. I didn't bring anything with me. I have nothing. So I went those little pop figures. I was like, I'm gonna find all 4 Ninja Turtles, and I'm gonna get them signed. And so we ran around, and I recruited everybody, and I found individual pop figures except for Leonardo.
yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah, my hand threw in the air. And so I'm standing in line with this guy, and he's got a few things, and they came up to us, and they're like, okay, you cannot take pictures with Mr. Eastman, but you can take pictures of Mr. Eastman, and Mr. Eastman can only sign 2 things.
I was like, this guy is gonna be a jerk.
And I was
That's
like,
what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's like, but I have 4. I'm going to have 4. At that point, I had 2. Right, exactly. That's what I said. I said there's 4 turtles, so you should be signing 4 things. It's that's right. And so finally came 3, and then there was one booth that was selling all 4 pop figures for like $150. And my buddy who went and found it for me, he was like, well, I said all I need is Leonardo. And he said, yeah, you and the rest of the con, buddy. And I was like, whoa, bro.
I'm like, well, yeah.
Like, salesman of the year. And so we're standing, behind me was a guy, he actually had a VHS tape of the Ninja Turtles coming out of their shells tour. Do you remember that? Do you guys remember that? It was like...
We're old.
It was when we were kids.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, it was like you're a year older than me. When we were kids, it was on TV.
Well, these people don't know.
Oh, it was I get what you're saying. Okay. It was like the Turtles live on stage, like back in the 90s, doing like 90. They had like the keytar, not a guitar, a keytar. Like Donatello had a keytar, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, and it was incredibly cheesy. But as a kid, I was like, yeah, pizza power, like that was literally the name of the song, and it was incredible to see that guy with that VHS tape. He was getting it signed, but he had a few more things. But they have to stop the line. And because he had to eat, because this line never stops, so you have to stop so he can go to the bathroom. Like people get mad. Where's he going? It's gotta pee.
He's going
man.
home right now.
Yeah.
See you later.
And so me and my buddy are literally the next to go, and they stopped the line so he can eat a sandwich. Halfway through his sandwich, I was like, "Hey, man, how much for that half-eaten sandwich?" And he was like,
I've got pictures of him eating too. I was next to him. He's like, "You just leave me out of this." I was sitting there,
I'm sorry,
taking
yeah.
all the pictures of him eating and stuff like that. He's looking at it, like waving, and I was just like,
Paparazzi now.
I mean, really, he should have been eating pizza, but I mean, I'm just saying.
We get up there. Hey, what do you do?
Oh yeah, me and my buddy, we Wayne's World him. We got up there and we were like, "We are not worthy. We are not worthy." But he was actually incredibly nice.
Oh yeah, he was one of the nicest guys I've ever seen. I didn't know who he was really, and then just like to hear him talk about him, I was like, okay. Then I meet him, and I was thinking all those rules. I was like, this guy's actually incredible, super, super nice. He was awesome. Oh, see you later, Trey.
Oh.
Man.
You're the.
Yeah, just leave the
Apparently, he has the restroom, so we need to pause. Hold the line.
I know.
Everyone bring out your sandwiches. Stacy, take pictures.
So yeah, so he was a nice guy. He was fun to talk to. There was like, he had like a bodyguard who looked like he was trying not to smile, but he was kind of douchey about it. And I was just like, the guy that was running the line before the bodyguard, I was like, what would happen if I ran under the table and just like popped up and was like, boop. And he was like, "You go find out. I'd like to know. Let's see what would happen if you just popped up under that table." And but I remember we were talking to him while he was eating a sandwich. He was like, "I've never had this much power in my entire life." He's like, "If I told this line to take 3 steps to the right, they'd have to do it. This is incredible. If I told them to do jumping jacks, they would have to do jumping
You have to
jacks."
complete at least 15 to see Kevin.
I would actually be okay with that.
I wouldn't.
I could do it.
Just to get your stuff signed by Kevin Eastman, you had to do 15 jumping jacks. You said you wouldn't do it, Stevie?
No, I never said that.
Okay.
I would definitely do it. I might take a break.
It'll get nerds out there to exercise some geek fitness.
I might get through 7 and then have a Gatorade.
A whole one. What else happened at these conventions? I met a lot of cool people when I was at the Denver Comic Convention. They had alcohol there. You could drink. Oh yeah. So I met this Wonder Woman. She was gorgeous, and I was, "I'm gonna get a picture with you." And I didn't know until I got up to her, and she was like, "Okay, hold this." And I was like, "What?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "There's tequila in here." She was gone. She was like, "I gotta find my friends," and I was like, "What?"
Your friends are.
I gotta get a picture with you.
I got this hotel room. I think your friends are in there. Let's go.
I found this random person walking around. I was like, "Can you hold this real quick? I need to take a picture with her." So like, we took a picture. She looked like a Catwoman pose. She was like. I was like,
I need to find hot girl. It's supposed to do cool stuff.
Oh man.
You know what you need to tell people. I'll set the stage. You can finish the story. So you don't have anybody with you. You don't have a backpack. You're walking into Denver Comic Con, and you think to yourself, "Oh wait, I have this pair of car keys." So what happens next?
I couldn't leave without my car keys. I couldn't have all of my keys with me because I was just wearing spandex. I was like, I didn't think about this all the way through. I was also basically barefoot minus the spandex on the bottom of my feet. So that zipper in front and that Xander's belt, I was like, it's got to go somewhere. And I tucked it like on my waistline. And it was funny. And like someone actually asked me that when I was waiting in line. They were like, "So you don't have any pockets?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Did you someone drop you off?" I was like, "No, I drove." They opened their eyes I was like, "You don't want to know where it is, big guy." You don't want to know. It was like, oh man, that's a trooper right there. I was like, I didn't think this all the way through when I was coming here. So I also painted on my face mask and for the Green Lantern's mask. And so I had white gloves, so if I had an itch on my face at all, I couldn't do it unless it was right here, and that was, it was. I need to buy a mask is what I really need to do.
You've had opportunities.
Well, actually, when I was going to go do it this time, he ran out of Green Lantern masks, and I don't think he likes me. anymore.
Why not?
Because I didn't buy the Nova costume from him.
Oh.
And I showed up in Nova costume and asked him about Green Lantern.
That would be it. Hey, man, can you build this Nova costume? Actually, I'm going to get it made for free.
I don't have $1,800 to throw around. Now, granted, his work is amazing, and I know it would have, like, won.
Oh, God, yes.
He had,
They're talking about, what, should we plug him? I don't know if we
Go
can.
ahead, yeah.
At mysuperheroguy.com, he's freaking amazing. He does Batman, Thor, and, like, a legitimate weighted hammer of Thor's. It has the inscription on it and everything. A lot of awesome work. It's just, I didn't have the money for a full Nova costume.
I tell you what, we went to a couple of panels at Heroes Con. You get berated if you walk out of a panel at Heroes Con.
Oh, God.
The guys out there, like, we were at a cosplay panel, and we realized it was the same cosplay panel we went to the year before. So we went to walk out, and these girls up front were like, "Where are you going, guys?" And we were like, "Oh, God. Yuck."
There was one I walked out of.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, see you later, Green Lantern." And I was like, "I'm literally falling asleep back here."
Yeah.
So, see you later.
There was one podcast panel that wasn't engaging to the audience. They were just kind of were talking with themselves. And I was
like we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
No,
we make eye contact.
Yeah, they weren't even making eye contact. They were like this the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, okay. And like they weren't even, I don't know, I don't want to say they were boring, but it was kind of. And so we just walked out of that one, and the guys, "Oh, I guess we're boring." And I want to be like, "Yep."
See you later.
Deuces. But I was nice about it.
Oh, man. That's how I feel, though, like, when I'm doing, like, the Twitch channel and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm boring. I don't know why anyone wants to watch me. And, like, when I get into, like, dungeons when it's fun, but most of the time I have that channel on, I'm just running around doing stuff by myself, and I'm just like, one person was talking to me, they were like, "Is that dude looks like a lady in the background?" I was like, "Yep, I'm listening to dude looks like a lady." That's what I do.
That's one of the best things about Twitch is you can still play music when you play games. Yeah. That might go away soon, too.
Hopefully it doesn't, because then I will just not have to do it anymore.
That would be Google's fault.
Yeah.
Trex likes to Twitch to the Lonely Island songs. So.
I do.
What if I bought it? Like, I'm playing on Pandora. I'm listening to the ads too, so they're getting free advertisement on my channel. They're welcome. Pay me some money.
But it's not Google Play.
Huh? You're not Google Play.
I don't want to be Google Play.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
Horrible service.
You guys want to take it outside? Let's wear those foam swords. We can handle the business.
Oh yeah, they're downstairs apparently.
All right.
But that was this con's been a lot of fun. I'm really happy it's so close.
It was definitely I'm not gonna lie, when I first came in, I was like, I don't know, and then we came up to like. We started beating each other with weapons, and I was like, "This is the best con!
This is free?
I just smacked Showtime with a sword in the face."
Oh, man.
And okay, so you went home last night to your wife Heather,
Right?
And you were telling her your experience of day
Oh
one.
yeah. So I told her, I was like, because we didn't know the name of the fighting thing, so we just kept calling it LARPing. And then Steven found like Showtime found a Dungeons and Dragons Warhammer book downstairs, and so he's like, "Man, we could do this. You would do it." I was like, I want to try. I was like, but I don't know if Heather's going to let me. Like, Heather's always said that's she's totally cool with my nerdom, but she's like, that's a whole nother level. And I was like, but it sounds so much fun. And so we were talking about it, and she's like, you two, you are not the nerds that I left here. You're not my nerds that left
punished
here.
now.
All of a sudden, you're LARPing and you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. You're no longer allowed back at Valhallacon. I was like, exactly.
It's funny to hear that though, because there's so much other stuff, like bad stuff, we could have been doing.
Yeah.
It's like, you're LARPing?
Yeah.
What's next? The weed?
Well, that actually, well, no, that would you just get tired and want a snack.
Yeah. You want to LARP even harder.
But you'd have to be a mage then. It's like a fireball.
He was like, Heather, there's a bug over here. I was like, hit it. He was like, no. I was like, just LARP, shoot a fireball at it. It was like, LARP.
That was a whole running gag. You guys just slapping each other like, oh, LARP.
LARP. That went on all day. It's like, oh, I'm LARPing you. I'm gonna LARP you so hard now. Come here. I got a funny con story. We were in the elevator. Here.
No.
We were in the elevator, and we were at the bottom, and we get in, and And she was like, no, you didn't. We're in the elevator.
Me and Matt already up, me and Preacher already up here waiting for them, and the doors open. They just come running out, and I'm like, "You didn't." And Stevie's like,
"Yeah, I did."
There were people about to go in. I was like, "Don't go in there." And they're like, "What?" And they just walked in. Your feud. I hope you got health insurance.
They might not make it out. I did read an article today that it's healthy to smell fart.
I'm pretty sure that's a troll article, Steve.
I know. All right.
I didn't share it, so I don't think it is.
I know, right?
Okay.
All right. It looks like the next panel is trying to start. So now that our podcast has degraded into fart jokes,
Perfect.
We can do a Q&A real fast.
You want to do a Q&A? I don't know. You guys have a question? You want to ask any questions? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a question. The microphone's right there. It's already on. Just pick it up.
That's
you
right
can ask us about us or the equipment that we use or anything if you guys want to start up your own.
That's right.
That's a good answer, sir. We like you.
Stacey, you want me to tell the cherry, the liquid stuff story? I can tell. I know. I got it's my buddy Stacey and Sean, my buddies. Oh, Sean looks like Superman.
Yeah, he does an amazing Clark Kent impression.
We went to Man of Steel, and he had a Superman shirt on, and then like the Clark Kent get up underneath, and I was like, oh.
He got pictures taken up there.
It was like a con. Yeah, so like I went in before him, and I was like, everybody, Clark Kent, and he walks in, and it's like, wow. It was incredible. It's one of the best nights of my life. Sorry. What were we going to talk about?
Her strawberry.
Oh, yeah. So my wife, Heather, what we talk about, and she went to, what is it called, a sex party?
No, it was a lingerie
shower, because they're getting married.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, right?
And so my wife comes home with like all this like bag
penis
of
paraphernalia.
I called it. I was like, you came home with a bag of sex. I was like, what is this?
What's in this bag? Sexy sex.
And we start going over everything, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. She's like, well, I think I might keep this one. And I was like, yeah, you will. And I get a text from her. She's like, that massage lotion? Yeah. It burst all over me.
There's a microphone.
Grab the mic.
All right, so I was putting all my gifts away that I'd got. First, she's the one that gave me the most raunchy gifts at this shower. Like,
good job,
your
Heather.
wife gave me the raunchiest gifts in front of like my mom and like his mom too. But it was cool. Everybody was cool with it, right? So I'm putting all this stuff away, and this massage like lotion that's supposed to heat up when you use it, and it's supposed to taste nice and stuff.
Yeah, it's
I was
edible.
trying to put it away, and it exploded all over me, all over my bed. And the best part was that was delicious. It was delicious.
I got that. I was like, that is awesome. We died in the.
So good.
Sean, taste it. Taste it.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
I don't even want to do it anymore. Let's just eat this.
Yeah, it was great.
She also told me a story last night when she got back. So to kind of keep it G-rated, if you're a kid, you won't know what this is, but if you're an adult, you will. A rabbit. She had to teach everybody what a rabbit does and how it works. And I died. She's like, Stacy's mom, like, she was trying to figure it out, and then, like, Stacy's grandma or something, or, like, somebody's grandma was trying to figure it out or something. She's like, what is this for? And then Heather had to be like, well, that's what it's for. And then it's like, oh!
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Except
All
keep
right.
that quiet.
I have no idea where the show went.
I know. Well, it degraded into farts and sex jokes. So that's where we'll end it.
I think I see our favorite Asian
Oh,
has
yeah.
walked in.
You called us out. Yeah, you give out your opinion.
Yeah, come here, big
And
guy.
grab that microphone.
See your badge. What are you doing in here?
He's got it on his waist.
It was covering the cat's. It was
He
covering the
looked
cat's
at me
members.
and did a whole 360 spin trying to find my badge, and it's right here.
He just wants excuses to lift up his shirt to people.
Who put the chive thingy on this mic? Because I don't care about the chive.
Well,
That's our other podcast.
Okay, just
that's
turn it
pretty
around
funny.
that way. You're good. Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Because I just came to this game late. Is my mic working? Do we know?
Yeah, it's
No,
on.
it's-
Is this your broken mic? Do you
You
have
don't
to?
have. No, you
Don't
don't have
you
to
dare.
No, you don't have to do that. No, you're good.
No, stop. Yeah, Showtime was also on a dating game. We didn't talk about that. That was so Funny.
I didn't know I was going to be on it.
Well, it'll be on our YouTube channel though, because we
I
recorded it.
did
all.
shoutcast you guys though.
You did. We
really
appreciate that, man.
it. This is the guy from Valhallacon. He, you can look into the camera there and wave. He was dressed as Gangnam Style yesterday. You'll see him in the video.
Psy.
Psy, my bad. You know. he was dressed as Psy in that Gangnam Style.
That's just as bad as going. He was dressed like an Asian.
He was doing his own Asian jokes. Because he is Asian.
That's pretty much borderline. It's like hell the other day. We were working on a music video, or working on a song, a parody song, and Mike came over with another black friend. Who's a shout out to Feedback. He's like we have people. We have like an artist and a rapper. Like we kind of network with people. And he came over, and Heather was like, "We never ever stock orange soda," and she brought home orange soda. I was like, "You are one step away from being racist. Like you are prejudiced with the orange soda. You came home with grape soda, you'd have been racist. You'd have been racist.
You want
That would have been that."
You want to hear something funny and sort of racist? Someone once told me that if Hitler got rid of the Asians instead of the Jews, he would have been a hero.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Man! What was that?
That would have brought
you
our
told that girl. You were like, "Let me take my glasses off so I can what?"
Oh yeah, so I can see her in widescreen and high definition.
Get it? Widescreen?
High definition. Why you go to the blonde and ask her that for? Just curious.
It's okay.
He's deflecting.
Yeah.
Oh, psychology term. Sorry.
So as one of the staff members for Valhallacon, you guys having a fun time, being stressed out and everything?
On my part, I can say for me personally, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I was literally everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I would be in this room at one point. Next thing you know, if you come down, I'm outside or in the hotel. Or
so he's ninja.
And that's why that handle over there is broken on the window.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I have no idea what that's about.
No. Just kidding. No. Like, you're jumping out windows.
Maybe.
LARP.
No, everybody said I was. People said I was literally a ninja and literally being a secret Asian man because I was like all over the place.
Asian man.
I don't know, like
Bing bong bing.
Whoa! Whoa!
Secret Asian man.
I used to have this Korean roommate, and me and my
I don't
other
care
friend.
about a Korean. Remember that.
Me and my other friend were like, hey Isaac, ching chong chang, bing bong bing. He was like, that's Chinese. That's like me making fun of you for being French. It doesn't make any sense.
Bonjour, poupou.
Exactly.
No, when people always do that to me, I was just like, duck, train, plane, what? I'm being American.
Oh, man.
But yeah, to continue on as being staff, I know Ashley, last night she actually stayed up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
because,
she told us.
Yeah, and it was just like, it was wicked. I'm like, did you sleep? She's like, I napped. and me personally, Friday night, technically Saturday morning, we stayed up 2:30 because apparently some badges went missing or someone forgot to bring some, so we had to print out more in a little ghetto printer. Well, we should have just gone to like a little print copy shop and do it. There was no maps initially in the first beginning of that, so everything was set ahead of time and planned, but then things did not go according to plan.
I think I have one of the ghetto ones.
Is yours a vertical or a horizontal badge? Oh yeah, we had. I think at some point we had some laminated, but then we went this route of just a sleeve and a thin piece of paper. But I think the early ones, the paper we did print that was not laminated was thicker material that we spent good money on.
Okay.
But again,
so we do got the ghetto one.
But then again, this is the first con. Not everything goes smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we know, man. Listen.
We are looking forward to your next one. We've had so much fun. You know, knee injury and all. I'm going to keep pointing it out. I want the sympathy points.
Oh, by the way, the guy in charge of that, I told him, yeah, I heard one of your people got hurt in your little panel. He's like, who? I was like, that tall, slinky white fellow, or whatever.
Tall, slinky white. That's it. You're no longer Showtime. You're tall, slinky white fella.
TSWN.
And the bad thing is, he's like, oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I did a crotch shot on him.
Did you hear about that?
So yeah, I was like, yeah, but he was worried about you. But I was like, no, he's fine. He's a man, I think.
Oh, thanks.
Plus, they made us all sign waivers.
Yeah, they did.
Speaking of our guy back there, our buddy, our helper Trey, I had to be his guardian. I was like, I don't know. I made sure to I scribbled like a friend of family. Like I was like, I'm gonna make this illegible, so that everyone. But no, it's just friend of family. Clearly,
Hey, Trey,
I don't know.
Bring that up a little bit. So before we go, we have to show this up. Not the camera. The Nerds Rules thing over there.
People are watching this like, what's happening right right.
Yeah,
This
and,
happened at the Punk Monkey Comics, dude. Y'all started moving the camera. No, the other thing.
no. And,
All right, so we just got to show this off real fast before we go.
we don't know.
I don't.
We know
Hey,
we're
bad
about
girl.
to leave. Yeah.
I think the photo contest is in here.
Yeah.
This was made by the seamstress, Chris. There we go. Chris Wood Elmore. There we go. We got her card. Shout out to her. She made it in like 5 minutes. And
She
it's
did.
freaking awesome.
We were sitting there talking. She's like, "Here, I made this for you guys," and I was like, "Whoa!"
So we really appreciate that. Check her stuff out. She had her. I'm
Her
assuming
information.
it's her husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
same last names. Deductive. Tom Elmore as well. They're doing panels at
MonsterCon
next weekend.
Yes,
but
MonsterCon next
they do costumes, and like the guy, he is just like an endless wealth of knowledge about comics and whatnot. So hit these guys up.
Stevie
have
B
with
when he grows up.
information. Yeah, it's basically Stevie B
That's
when,
right.
when he grows up, and he gets a beard that can actually grow in and patch you on the sides.
Shut up!
Oh yeah.
That's not a beard. This is a beard.
But yeah, check this stuff out. We'll have the information in the links below. And but yeah, this has been a successful con. I'll dub it for you there. It's
He's going Asian on us.
Stand by.
He's going secret agent.
Stand by.
Just in. I'm still Asian.
Just want to state for the record, these are functional headsets. I'm not a literal secret Asian. Secret Asian man.
Someone's yelling. Hey, can I say something to somebody on there? Like, what's up, Dad?
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Can the mic pick that sound up?
Probably.
Yes.
I'm afraid to put the headphone on.
Let's pretend we're talking back to him. Oh yeah. Send him to floor 4.
Yeah.
Roger that.
There's only 3 floors here.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to the panel.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yeah.
Special guest stars. Everybody.
You complete me.
We will see you guys next time, and you guys have fun at the rest of the con, and we'll see you guys on the internet next time.
Quick, everybody come in the shot and do a peace sign. That's what we do. We do Nerds Apocalypse Out. Come on.
Everybody. Let's
Drop
go.
the peace sign.
Everyone in here, unless you really don't
Not
want
you.
to.
You
Oh,
stay
watch
back
it.
there. Yeah. Is everybody in the shot?
Ready? Stand by.
All right, move it back then.
Hurry up. Okay, everybody yell out. Nerds the Apocalypse Out on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nerds the Apocalypse Out.